right, guys, tell me, what is your favorite musical?
Oh, I love the classics, you know, like Grease. I got chills, they're multiplying.
Hello, Phantom of the Opera, Andrew Lloyd Webber. The Phantom of the Opera is here.
Nah. Hamilton, yo, I'm not throwing away my shot. You know I'm not throwing away my shot. You know I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my...
Hi guys, my name's TJ.
I'm Mina.
And I'm Vanessa.
And we're from Sing Theatre. Today we are going to take you through the world of musical theatre using the classic example, Wizard of Oz, and how musical theatre has changed from the 1930s all the way through to present day.
In the 1920s and 30s, we call that the Golden Age. There was a rise of what we have as MGM movie musicals. Now, all these musicals were full of glitz and glamour and spectacle, but there existed one special, intimate, unique story, The Wizard of Oz. And Wizard of Oz starred Ms. Judy Garland.
Yes, now Judy Garland back in the day was a little bit different from your glitz and glamour of Hollywood. She was a teenager, she was plain and unassuming. However, she had this big voice that connected to the text that she was saying. You know, she was a singing actress, and that's what sets her apart.
And that's what sets musical theatre apart. Musical theatre is about telling stories. So when you are performing those stories, you are taking that character journey through the whole show, not just one song or 3 minutes. So why don't we have a look at how we tell those stories with the classic song from The Wizard of Oz, Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby.
Now, of course, musicals aren't just made for the silver screen. It's supposed to be experienced live in the theater, such as places like Broadway and the West End, where people go to the theater to immerse themselves in stories like The Sound of Music, West Side Story, Phantom of the Opera, The King and I, etc., etc., etc.
Yes, and of course, audiences' taste in music also changed throughout the times and eras. Now, a little fun fact is, musical theater songs were actually the pop songs of many, many different generations.
Yes, indeed. And into the 1970s, the advent of Motown and soul came on the scene. So, The Wizard of Oz got an upgrade with a Motown and soul soundtrack sung by some of the biggest stars of the time, such as Diana Ross and Michael Jackson.
Ow!
Now, with this funky new soundtrack, there was a big production number as well, with singers and dancers dancing and singing at the same time, which in musical theatre is no mean feat, right, ladies?
Oh, totally. Why don't we take a look at one of their most popular songs sung by Mr. Michael Jackson, You Can't Win.
You can't win, child. You can't forgive it, and you can't get out of the game. Oh, no.
In the 21st century, Broadway keeps adapting and shifting to attract new audiences. Now, contemporary musical theater also includes a lot more relevant themes. Some musicals are Dear Evan Hansen, Next to Normal, Come From Away, Hamilton, and the list goes on and on.
And now the story of The Wizard of Oz got a new twist with Wicked the musical, the untold story of the Wicked Witch of the West, which focuses on the story of Glinda, the Good Witch, and Elphaba, who is the Wicked Witch of the West. Now, this musical has been playing on Broadway since 2003, starring Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth.
Yes, and as things keep developing, technology develops, sets get bigger, ensembles get bigger, and even the scores get bigger. And the singing technique also has changed. So one of the most iconic sounds is belting. Now, what's belting? Belting is those big notes at the end of the songs that everybody is waiting for. The big show-off or money notes that we call them, where they reach their emotional peak and the audiences go wild. Yes, and these are the things everybody is waiting for because it's the exciting moments of the show where the character has reached their end of their journey or their most exciting moment. Why don't we take a look at one of the most iconic songs in Wicked, Defying Gravity.
And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down.
So now we've taken you through the ages of musical theatre, we'd like to leave you with a medley of 3 songs from the 3 versions of The Wizard of Oz. Enjoy.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby.
Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy, but it's taught me to love. So it's real to me.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing for your face, your voice, your clothing. Let's just say I loathe it all. Every little trait, however small, makes my very flesh begin to crawl. With simple utter loathing, there's a strange exhilaration in such total detestation. It's so pure, so strong. Though I do admit it came on fast, still I do believe that it can last. And I will be loathing, loathing you my whole life long.
Thank you so much for journeying down the yellow brick road with us.
Yes, and we hope you have learned something new about musical theater today.
And maybe we'll see you in a theatre very soon, in the audience, or even on stage. Bye!
Bye!